What's up, everybody? My name's Trey. Welcome back to the channel. And just following along with this process of being a crippled person, I guess. Yeah, it just sucks. ACL is torn, meniscus is torn, LCL and MCL are sprained. But on the bright side, we are putting together, I am putting together what my plan looks like pre-surgery. I've been looking on YouTube, looking at some other places. Some people have been telling me that you have to do prehab, which is exercises before you have surgery to make after surgery easier. But then some doctors are saying definitely don't do prehab because it'll just hurt your knee. So just trying to do the best research I can and figure it out. But I found a couple videos, specifically knee over toes guy, which I've been doing his workouts the whole time. But I'm just going to continue to do those workouts, being able to just flex my quad, lift my leg up behind me, like kind of like a hamstring curl, just up to 50 degrees basically. I'm just trying to have, or I guess not 50 degrees, 90 degrees. So flexing it halfway up when I'm doing a hamstring curl. Is hopefully going to keep full range of motion in my knee after surgery. And then obviously after surgery is when the real fun begins and I have to do all the physical therapy and stuff like that. But so we are doing stretches, hamstring stretches, tibia raises. I'm doing just, this is probably easier if I just showed y'all. Maybe in the next video, because just getting up and moving at all is really difficult right now. So next video, I will show the workouts that I do, the sets that I do, and everything like that. Because the doctor, well, one of the doctors I talked to said fine. Other one said fine. Other one said definitely don't do it. Other one said fine. So 3 out of 4. Can you do any worse to it? I don't have an ACL already. That's wild. Yeah, I'll show you tomorrow when I actually hop around on these crutches and set my camera out there, and I'm going to record the workouts that I'm doing specifically for prehab. Like I said, hopefully this is a good idea. I don't know if it is or not. Hopefully it doesn't limit my range of motion. I'm going to do a little bit more research because I would really like the ability to run again and run at a decent time. I'm talking like 7-minute miles for like 5+ miles, or at least that's what I was working up to. But this really just halters my progress, so that is a bummer. But I can only come back stronger because I'll have an ACL. So really, I can only go up from here. Like, what is rock bottom if you don't have an ACL and they have to build you another one? Pretty rock bottom when it comes to using your leg. But hopefully it'll go well. It seems like a lot of people have the surgery. I'm really just scared that I'm not going to have full range of motion. I'm never going to run again. My knee's never going to be the same again. That's really what I'm worried about. But as I continue to talk to people who've had this surgery, which fun fact of the day, weird fact of the day, sad fact of the day, fun fact of the day. My cousin had the exact same surgery and she's okay now. So hopefully that gives me something to shoot for. She's still able to run and be functionable. So I don't know why I wouldn't be able to. So that's definitely a positive. But in other news, like I said, I'm starting rehab before your surgery so that after surgery you can move better. I think it's going okay. My knee seems to hurt more and more as the days go by. So the closer we come to surgery, it seems like the more it's actually hurting, which is kind of to be expected, to be honest with you, because the doctor said I had 2 bone bruises. Because when I ripped or tore off or snapped or whatever you want to call it to my ACL, my 2 bones that are in my knee hit together, and now I have 2 bone bruises, and I'm assuming that's what my actual pain's coming from, because they said I really shouldn't have like pain in my ACL because it's non-existent. So I'm guessing it's just because the bone hit each other and now it is causing me a lot of pain, specifically when I'm sleeping. I haven't been able to get any sleep at all. I kind of just stare at the ceiling and just think about how I'm never going to be able to walk again, and how, like, why did this happen to me? And probably when I wake up that I'm just in a dream state. And also, there's no way that we live in a simulation, because there's no way I would do this to myself on purpose. This is just a bad formulated simulation in my opinion, because There's no way. I would definitely be like probably 6'6" if this was a simulation. So I'm positive we don't live in a simulation anymore. But besides the fact, besides the point, whatever. Yeah, so having a hard time sleeping. I'm not taking any type of medication, not taking any type of supplements. I have also been doing some research on some different supplements to potentially take after surgery that hopefully will help me recover faster, which it's going to be a long process regardless, like a year. But hopefully, instead of a year, it can be like 9 months. Taking 3 months off, that's pretty good to be, if you ask me. But I'm going to show you that stack. I ordered some stuff. Look, I'm really trying anything at this point in time to keep range of motion, let me be able to run, and let me not be in pain. Because right now, I'm in a lot of it. And I had a bone bruise before on my ankle. I broke my ankle when I was like in middle school playing basketball. I should have known I shouldn't have played basketball. That's how I broke my ankle when I was in middle school. But, lame. So I broke my ankle, had a bone bruise on it. I was on crutches for like almost a year. So I'm really hoping that this bone bruise will kind of coincide with my rehab schedule of my knee. Because when I'm able to walk normally and hopefully run again, I would like there to be no bone bruise so that I can do those things without pain, because I think that's going to be the main factor for this whole process. Is going to be how much pain am I in, and how do I tell if it's good pain or bad pain? Because I don't like pain at all. I know I have a whole bunch of tattoos. I didn't get the tattoos because I like getting tattoos. I just like the way that they make me look. So I don't do well with pain. If I sprain an ankle, I will be on crutches for like 2 weeks. I'm not one of those people who can just be in pain and be like, oh, it's okay, I'll just live with it. I do not enjoy pain. I'm in a lot of it right now. That's why I can't walk. I feel like I can't even think or focus on really anything, if I'm being completely honest with you. So hopefully in physical therapy, they'll teach me the difference between, hey, this is a bad pain and this is a good pain. Because I'm only used to good pains. Because I'm never injured. Besides right now. Pretty much all my pain comes from like good muscle soreness in the gym because I'm pushing myself and my muscles are growing. I don't have any pains to where I'm like, ooh, that hurts. I don't want to do that. And it's like a bad hurt. Not like I did 20 reps on squat. Ooh, that hurts. Like, no, that's a good pain. You did a good job. So that's another thing we're going to deal with. But I've been researching peptides. I don't know if all of these ads are AI generated, if these are actually people giving their testimonials, but I see a lot of fitness influencers, health influencers, I guess health influencers, talking a lot about peptides and how they're amazing for your body and they can heal your injuries and stuff. So I'm going to try some peptides, some collagen, multivitamins, fish oils, joint pills, calcium pills, and some other type of supplements that I did some research on, and they told me that they would be good for healing injuries, which is definitely what I have. I'm going to make another video about what exactly the supplements are, where I got them at, and I'm just going to give you a rundown if they work or not, because I've been seeing everywhere for probably the last 6 months about peptides and how they're amazing for you. So I'm going to give them a try, and I hope they work so well, and they hope they're like some miracle amazing supplement that I can take, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my knee doesn't hurt. I can now do physical therapy and not worry about knee pain. That would be beautiful. I'm not saying it's just gonna like fix my knee completely, but if I can not have pain while I'm rehabbing, that'd be great. But this is day 2. All right, the second day from when I found out I have to have ACL surgery, if that makes any sense. So this is not the second day for me hurting my leg. This is the second day of me coming to the realization that I have to have ACL surgery because I was too saucy on the court. I was too saucy for me. I was too saucy for the defender. And God was like, Trey, don't hurt him like that. And he blew out my knee, I guess. He was like, blow that thing. I don't know why. He's like, Harry Potter waving a wand or whatever. But only good things ahead. Only good things ahead. And yeah, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Have anything you want to ask or anything you want to say about just ACLs? You know what? How do your knees feel? Do they feel good? Have you been doing preventative exercises to strengthen your knee and the tendons around them? If you haven't, highly recommend. Because I'm going to put some on this channel. Because trust me, what the majority of my workouts are going to look like going forward until I can actually squat again and do lunges and do leg extensions. And another thing that I've really realized, I've really have just been numb to the privilege that I have. I was driving home for work and I saw a lady running outside and I was like, man, I remember when I could do that. And I still didn't want to. I'm not a huge runner. I don't enjoy running. It's hard and it's hot and yeah, I don't like running. But the fact that I was able to run, and even though I disliked it, I was still doing it, multiple times a week, trying to get, 5 to 10 miles just on Sunday for like my longer days of running. So hopefully we come back soon, because it really just makes you think, man, I used to take just like I used to just not even think about putting on socks and shoes and having to worry about where my crutches are, or worrying if my knee brace is on right, or worrying about if this next step is gonna just collapse me because my knee buckles or something. I took advantage, or took advantage. No, I didn't see the privilege that I had until it was taken away from me, and now that it's taken away from me, like, man, all I want to do is go for a walk. All I want to do is go for a jog. You know what I really want to do? I really just want to put on some weight on a back squat and just do some squats. Just get my body moving, because my body deserves better than what I'm doing to it. Or maybe it needs to treat me better because I'm the one in pain. It's just here, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, that's how it happens when you're in pain. You haven't slept for a couple days. I'm just rambling, I guess. But like I said, leave a comment in the comment section down below. How do your knees feel? Are you doing any preventative measures? Like I said, I will be posting my workouts and stuff. Well, workouts, my physical therapy that I'm doing, because Lord knows that I would like to walk and run again. Highly recommend that when I post them, if you're not somebody who is actively, working out or being healthy, at least do some stuff for your knees. Because even if you don't work out and you just make sure that your knees are good where you can walk and run the rest of your life, trust me, if it gets taken away from you, it is a bummer. It is a bummer. But I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Tomorrow I'm also starting my in the gym workouts tomorrow. So on days that I have legs, which are Wednesdays and Saturdays, I'll just be doing some, prehab physical therapy stuff. I'm gonna, just focus on stretching my leg out. I can walk backwards without pain, well, without too much pain. So I'm going to walk backwards a little bit, going to walk forward a couple, going to just focus on bringing my knees to my chest, just like kind of lifting my leg up, moving it around, just to get the blood flowing in it. On leg day specifically. On every other day, I'm not changing my workouts. I'm going to keep everything else exactly the same. Tomorrow I'll have shoulders and chest. So I'm just going to do everything either sitting or laying down, so there won't be any standing military presses or standing dumbbell curls or tricep extensions, or even for back, I won't be doing any standing like T-bar rows. Everything is going to be from a seated position that doesn't put pressure directly onto my knees. So I don't think it's going to change too terribly much. Obviously, leg days are going to look a lot different. My legs are going to get a lot smaller, which is a bummer because I've been working so hard to get them big. And really just, I guess, back days, because most things that you do on back are standing up and, doing rows and things. So it'll probably just be a lot of pull-ups. Hopefully, at the end of this, I can do a couple muscle-ups, because I haven't been able to do muscle-ups for like 10 years. So it'd be dope if I can do some muscle ups after this. Maybe lose some weight. I'm really going to have to start tracking my calories too, because I do not want to get fat and let that hinder my recovery because I'm just overweight. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Appreciate you listening to me rant. And just like that, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell. You're notified every time I post a video. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.